The school of life. Good children don't cause problems. They always do what others expect. You mean their parents? They seem to be on track, but there are real problems with people who never have a chance to be a little bad. If you like our film, blah blah mash. Okay, wow. Okay, that's the premise. Be a little bad. Yes, yes.
Their homework on time. Their writing is neat. They keep their bedroom tidy.
Uh, that wouldn't necessarily mean it's a good kid. It's just certain behavior. What are you talking about? Some OCD person, that keeps a clean room and has nice, tidy writing, and but they're mashed. What does that make them a good person? What are you saying? What is good? Basic goodness is basic good. This cloud is like this one, and this flower is just like all of equity everywhere, equality, mash. And this kid knows it. Look, just the face of a bozo staring into the abyss that appears to be a doorway to walk through. Wow. While using a handheld device to do some sort of solving.
They're often a little shy. They want to help their parents. They use their brakes when cycling down a hill.
Oh, he couldn't wait.
Because they don't pose many immediate problems, we
Like some kid spray painting some brick wall. Who gives a damn? When the world is purple, who gives a damn? Let him spray paint. Do a tag. Yes, make your mark. Oh, rebel against the wall. Yes.
tend to assume that all is well with good children. They aren't the
Wow.
target for particular concern. That all goes to the kids who are graffitiing the underpass. People imagine that
Right, because the only kids that are, in trouble are the kids tagging. Wow, what a shame. It couldn't be every child that's relentlessly exposed to the swarm in legion ways. Who knew?
good children are fine because they do everything that's expected of them. And that, of course, is precisely the problem.
Right.
The secret sorrows and future difficulties of the good boy or girl begin with their inner need for excessive compliance.
Compliance. Who knew that going to this marsh of knowledge where you say you will get some sort of power, you're actually being mashed according to the day's menu. The day's menu, what is this type of mash? Yeah, mashed. And who's again purple? Who's in the purple kitchen? Wow, cooking up spirits and all sorts of things. And of course, never forget the apple. Never forget the apple. And of course, the Kool-Aid that you're relentlessly drinking day in, day out.
The good child isn't good because by a quirk of nature they simply have no inclination to be anything else.
Oh, he couldn't wait.
They are good because they have no other option.
Oh, yes, because if they could, they would be anything else but good. What a shame. What is he saying? A child knows the love of the life everlasting Father, yet it is relentlessly defiled so that it perceiveth itself to be just some sort of vessel, just vague and a smash and a smash. What a shame. What a shame. He is inherently undefiled. Yet, of course, the ways of the world defile it. So, by coming into the world, the purity is defiled, in a sense, exposed. So, the parents are the first line of protection. And if the parents are defiled, well, you guessed it. So, of course, the child is just confused.
Their goodness is a necessity rather than a choice.
The goodness, you mean compliance, right? Because somehow goodness is just synonymous to compliance. Because you believe in moral relativity, so therefore, if somebody's compliant to this behavior here, some other could be compliant to another total different behavior here that you disagree with. So what does that mean to be compliant? There's no bearing on goodness with it whatsoever. What a shame.
Many good children are good out of love of a depressed, harassed parent.
Oh, a good child, right? Right, a good child. You mean a traumatized child that is just like a rat in a cage because you believe yourself to be an animal. So you do rat experiments and then do it on humans, and who knew? It bashes them. Who knew?
Who makes it clear they just couldn't cope with any more complications or difficulties. Or maybe they're very good to soothe a violently angry parent who could become catastrophically frightening at any sign of
Who knew children are abused in such a way where they're just relentlessly defiled? Who knew? But yet the vacuum relentlessly sucks and sucks and sucks and sucks. Again, the purple carpet, the purple floor. Just purple, 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 nurple my existence out of here. This kid saying, Mom, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing?
less than perfect conduct. But this sort of repression
Of course, again, the dualistic smash of Pashwit of serving two masters. This is the false image of showing you can serve two masters, listening relentlessly to the two voices. No, you cannot serve two masters. And somehow looked, oh, the red the red fellow is just so hygienic because he has a medical mask over his face. Oh, you better listen to him. This one just coughing all over your face.
of more challenging emotions, though it produces short-term pleasant obedience, stores up a huge amount of difficulty in later life.
Oh, who knew that childhood trauma leads you to behave the way you behave?
Practiced educators and parents should spot signs of exaggerated politeness and treat it as the grave danger it really is.
Ugh, politeness, a grave danger. Wow, who knew? It couldn't be that a child has only the parents in the flesh as a source of unconditional love, completely dependent on its fourth moving in life, on the parent completely. So of course the child knows, without the parent even being there, what unconditional love is. I mean, how could it not? And just because you say, oh well, the child doesn't remember this, the brain is not developing, so you don't remember anything from that state. Well, of course, because you're in truth. When you're in truth, why would you need to remember anything? You're just relentlessly enduring in the life, living, present, forever and ever. Hallelujah, amen. Unwavering from the truth, ever, because you know it is the true promise of everlasting life that the Father has given. Yet you believe you can serve two masters and somehow smash and overcome the obstacles and situations and mistakes and failures, all because you want more and more and more of the same. Wow. Yet you're so, oh, you're so traveled and you're so cultured and you're so, oh, mash.
The good child becomes a keeper of too many secrets and an appalling communicator of unpopular but important things.
Keeper of secrets? What are you talking about? In a public? What are you talking about?
They say lovely words. They're experts in satisfying the expectations of their audiences, but their real thoughts and feelings stay buried and then generate psychosomatic symptoms, twitches, sudden outbursts.
Oh, that's everyone. And it just, everyone has just relentlessly practiced at their skills to how to be a better actor. You have mastered the art of lying, ultimately to yourself, about everything that your image tells you about yourself and your life, what you call your life. But it's just dust. You relentlessly smash your head against this soft dough, but it's really smashing against the wall. It's the inevitable that you will reach a point where the skull would just be just devoured because you deny to recognize the blast of purple. To think that you can put red and blue and just mash up purple and just overcome by yourself. Wow, who knew?
And sulphurous bitterness. The sickness of the good child is that they have no experience
Again, just this subliminal messaging of purple, purple. Why?
of other people being able to tolerate their badness.
Again, it all comes down to tolerance.
They have missed out a
I see
vital
you, you see
privilege
me,
accorded to the healthy
respect me.
child, that of being able to display envious, greedy, egomaniacal sides and yet be tolerated and
Oh, what shame. Just bash children raised by bash parents.
loved nevertheless. The good person typically has particular problems around sex. As a child, they may have been praised for being pure and innocent.
Oh, because there's no value in that, right? There's no value in purity and innocence, right? No, you just have to be defiled by this dominatrix hiding behind a mask that would change you and just respectfully sodomize you. What does that even mean?
As they become an adult, however, like all of us, they discover the ecstasies of sex.
Oh, the ecstasies, the euphoria, the blasting into the abyss, and wow, 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 in and out, and friction, 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 sloppy, slop, slop, smash, slick, lop, 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 bash. Look, there's even condoms out here. She's ready to go, and just this guy's like, what are you doing? Are you my wife? What are you doing, wife? Why do you want to just tie me up and defile me? What are you doing? Oh, let's just spice things up. Yes, yes, yes. I had a boyfriend once. I loved it. You'll love it too. Smash. This person is about to get defiled, all in thinking, oh yeah, the spicing things up. It's so euphoric.
Which can be beautifully perverse and excitingly disgusting. But this may be radically at odds with a picture of what they believe they're allowed to be like.
Oh, they're allowed to. They just are so dumb. They can't even see the life, right? Yeah, you. That's right, people. You're too dumb to see the life of everlasting, so you'll succumb to just foolery like this, right? Wow, what shame.
They may, in response, disavow their desires, go cold and detach from.
Oh, because it's all about sexual freedom, right? Yeah. Just go and just explore and defile, and it doesn't matter how you feel because you know it's freeing. What does that even mean? What a shame. What a shame.
Their bodies, or perhaps give in to their longings only in a disproportionate way that's destructive.
No person that has the love of everlasting life will ever even consider all these things as a source to somehow fulfillment. I mean, it just seems so just vile to even consider. Wow, I mean, who considers that the path to enlightenment, to just explore some sort of fleshly pleasure that may or may not be what you're looking for, but you might as well just because it just feels so good. Wow, what a shame. If feeling good is all there is, well, some people say killing people feels good. Is that good? Oh well, no, of course not. Well, you believe in moral relativism, so deal with it.
Destructive to other bits of their lives and leaves them disgusted and frightened. At work, the good adult has problems too. As a child, they follow the rules, never make trouble, and take
Right, they're squares. What a shame.
care not to annoy anyone. But following the rules won't get you very far.
Exactly. Amalgamated, big, limited. A shall just swarm thing, riding on a scooter to nowhere. Drinking the Kool-Aid of, you guessed it, false promise, false hope.
In adult life, almost everything that's interesting, worth doing, or important will meet with a degree of opposition. A brilliant idea will always disappoint certain people, and yet may be very much worth holding on to.
Oh, right. Everybody's talking squares and you have the right answer. What? Bash. Nobody cares about the right answer. They just care about answers or solutions or methodology that will just perpetuate more mash. Who gives a damn? As long as you give people false hope, they'll just eat it up every time. Guaranteed.
The good child is condemned to career mediocrity and sterile people-pleasing.
Oh, sterile people pleasing. Accusers. Who knew we are pumping out accusers and just defiled people that will do anything to get a little piece of the pie that they have seen rewards those who work their ass off to do, and of course they're gonna do it, and they'll encounter all sorts of obstacles and actual moral conflicts that are beacons of how you shattered. They're the thousand ports of light that just completely shattered you. And all believing that, oh, it just goes back to one. The one light, that light that made me. Wow, what a shame. You've forgotten where you are. You've forgotten what you are. And you've forgotten the purpose. It's not some wheel.
Being properly mature involves a frank, unfrightened relationship with one's own dark sides.
Oh, yes, embrace the darkness.
Complexity
Embrace the darkness. What a shame. It couldn't be that the swarm, the abyss, is sad darkness, that which seeks to devour, steal, kill, and destroy. That which man was given, the breath of life, from the Father Creator, life everlasting. But no, man chose to make his own way and create himself as God on earth. Wow. No, it could not be. It could not be. No, 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 no. We're just some mash apes, some from fatherless ape that came here, and just Lucy was the Lucifer of our original root race. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Apparently, this necklace cop knows.
and ambitions. It involves accepting that not everything that makes us happy will please others or be honoured as especially nice by society, but that it can be
But
important to explore and hold on to it nevertheless.
Oh, so you can stray from the path, but you can always find it, right? Wow. Wow. Just go and find your bigger pond, and no matter what, you always come back. What? Come back to what? Because you're just lost, just confused. The baby chasing the baby in the face and smashing fractal. This baby's about to walk in the fire and think he's gonna rise like a phoenix. Wow, what a shame.
The desire to be good is one of the loveliest things in the world.
No, that is only if you have been bashed into seeking approval from the world. A parent is here to show you the truth and guide you in the way so that you may live the life in endurance. As a child of God, to overcome the way of division from the generation of generation, that you are here generating the constant image of what? Not yourself. You're in the image of God, of the Creator. What do you see? Do you see the truth, or do you see the further pursuit of your life?
But in order to have a genuinely good life, we may sometimes need to be, by the standards of the good child, fruitfully and bravely bad.
Fruitfully and badly. What is that? What does that even mean? To be bad? You have to be bad. Wow. No, it couldn't be that a child. Yes, of course, depends on the parent, and of course they're gonna do things that the parents gonna say, "Oh, that's bad. Don't do that," or you might hurt yourself. This, the other. What? No, it's guidance. A child knows when a a parent is being nurturing and guiding and truthful and full of purpose, instilling in them the wisdom of what? Life, everlasting, not some bash man's fear and paranoia and all this nonsense. What are you doing?
We love bringing you these films. If you want to help us to
Oh, that
keep
was
bringing you
mash.
thoughtful content,
The school of life. Wow, who knew life was a school? It could not be that life is the purpose. Everlasting life. Yet the self aware flesh surely perishes because he will try always relentlessly to overcome the flesh and create himself in his own image to rise like the phoenix from the ashes of what he believed himself to be missing. All because of thinking himself half empty, or in a way, thinking himself untruthful, thinking himself away, thinking himself a mystery to be overcome, when it was certainty that they had of life everlasting, doubting the life that they had to create their own, doubting the truth that they thought withheld, the inversion, the belief of an inversion, that through knowledge may be overcome. But no, it's to overcome the thought of knowing life. Life is to be lived. There's nothing to know. There's nothing new under the sun.